So the multiplayer reveal trailer came out for Vanguard yesterday, and people are like really excited about it, and it does look really good. And they were also talking about bringing an FOV slider to Vanguard, and people are starting to think that like they'll bring it into Warzone, because when Vanguard comes out, they're coming out with like a completely different map. It's gonna be like, it's almost gonna be like Warzone 2, I think. That's like the best way to describe it. But people were talking about a FOV slider coming to Warzone, which I mean, it probably could, because people have been mad about that for, you know, ever since Warzone came out, and ever since Modern Warfare came out. Ever since PC and console players were able to play with each other, they kind of thought it was an unfair advantage, which it honestly is. Especially if you're playing with like a squad of 3 people on console, and then there's one person spectating and they're on PC, and they have the 120 FOV. Because, I mean, you could just be spectating them, and your screen, obviously, you can see more than the person on console, so you can point out where they are if they're like to your left or right or whatever. I mean, people get mad about a bunch of different stuff on PC too. They've said like you need to nerf controllers on PC, like there shouldn't be aim assist and stuff like that, which is just honestly stupid. I never fully understood that. I mean, I played console up until last year. I've been playing COD on console for my entire life, basically. And obviously there was a reason why I switched over to PC instead, but still. COD is mainly played by people on console. Basically, all games are. But I mean, over the last year, I don't understand why, you know, Activision hasn't even given console players any, like, optimization with that type of thing. Because, yeah, it's gonna fucking kill their frame rate completely, but I mean, for the casual player, like, they honestly care. I mean, I don't understand why they don't give them the option to mess with their graphics and stuff like that, like, turn them all the way down and then turn FOV up, because that would, I honestly feel like if they had FOV 120 and they had their graphics turned all the way down on console, especially the next gen stuff, they would be perfectly fine at like 40 to 60 frames, which is where they're already at right now. They should be able to mess with their settings. There's no reason why they should. And people will probably sit there and say that field of view doesn't really affect your frame rate that much. 90% of the players probably don't even know what that means. So it's, again, it doesn't really matter. I would not consider myself a casual player. I nitpick and bitch about every small little problem, like with frame rate, graphics, all that shit. So yeah, someone like me might notice it, but a lot of people aren't. So like, I don't understand why console doesn't have this over here. That doesn't really make much sense to me. And obviously I'm not on 4K or anything like that, so I don't have like a massive crazy advantage or anything like that. And I don't think console would have like every little setting that PC does over here, and I don't think they would be able to turn it up. Like the ultra or whatever, ultra, I don't think that would be like a part of console stuff, because it would probably just crash the fucking system. And obviously like the target frame rate and shit like that. I mean, well, actually no, honestly, there's a setting in here for like menu custom frame rate limit, and I don't know why mine is still going above 90. I have it set for 40 because I don't really care, but I mean, they should be able to turn it down to like 30 or whatever if they really want to. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Consoles should at least have those options, and that's the thing that people were talking about. Since Vanguard's gonna have a field of view slider, and I'm pretty sure Cold War did too, and I don't know how much of an effect it had on like how laggy it was for people over there. I mean, it couldn't have been that bad. Maybe. Cold War was a pretty bad game. But Activision's come out with so much other stuff. I keep saying it. I don't understand how console players don't have it. I don't understand why console players can't turn their settings all the way down, like graphics and stuff like that, and then turn their field of view all the way up just so they can get 60 frames again. But I mean, at least they can fucking see what everybody else can see. Maybe I'm just being ignorant about the whole thing, and it's like way more complicated to do it than I think it is, but I don't think so. I mean, I could download this game on a fucking HP laptop and I would still have all the settings there. Yeah, it would literally be unplayable, but you know what I mean? But I don't know, Vanguard still looks really good. I'm excited for it. I am not really looking forward to playing that Warzone map. I don't really care about it anymore. I know they were talking about coming out with an anti-cheat, or they weren't even talking about it. That's like been announced officially, that they're gonna be coming out with an official anti-cheat for Warzone 2. They tried fucking saying they've been working on it for the last year, which I just don't think it takes a year to come out with that. When Vanguard does come out though, I'm definitely going to be playing the beta. I'm going to try and get as much footage as I possibly can for that, to the point where I'm able to upload it like a week after the beta's gone. Hopefully everything goes as planned and there's no bugs or anything like that. I don't remember there being anything like majorly wrong when the Cold War beta came out. It's mainly the Warzone events that'll like crash servers and do all that bullshit that people have to deal with, and honestly at this point expect from Activision. But yeah, until then, I'm just going to keep killing myself playing this game, because, I mean, there's not really anything else to do, and I'm not going to reinstall Cold War. So yeah, and I got another hit marker. Yeah, I'm done with this game. The video's done.